Lovely Scorpios. Okay, so one quick download. Be careful of any altercations, and just know that if any altercations does come up between you and anyone, it will be like healed either within the same day or the next day. So if you are going through anything with anyone, because it just seems like an altercation, I can't really tell who. If you're coming here and there's an altercation, you could have got in with your sister, someone in your family, your lover. Just know that it's gonna be worked through. All right. So let's see. Ooh, you have a lot of abundance coming, and Spirit wants you to know that the actions of others do not define who you are. All right. And if anybody has hurt you or disrespected you or offend you in any type of way, it's going to be on them. Like, they're going to have to deal with it. You are going through lots of changes. And let me see. Ooh, you're going through a lot of changes. Scorpio, some people can see you as having like the perfect life. You know, like there's gonna be people from your past, and it could be like friends. Like, suppose you were around certain friends and then you stopped being around them. Like, they could be thinking about you a lot and thinking about how much more fun their life was when you were a part of their life. There's gonna be people that, you know, you could have even warned about who you are, what you're willing to tolerate and what you're not. So when you stopped talking to people, or you started to distance yourself from people, like, they got kind of scared of you, you know? I guess you can say in this society, a lot of people will say that they're done, or they're not going to talk to somebody, but then they will. Or maybe this person or these people were used to it, where people will say, oh, I'm not going to talk to you anymore, but then they go back. So to see that you are really big on protecting yourself, protecting your peace, and you don't want like fake friends around you or fake people who don't genuinely love you, like you mean it and you follow through on it, it really made a lot of people on the outside of you respect you even more, to the point where now they're starting to look up to you. So keeping your integrity in check, keeping your values and your morals is actually beneficial to you. All right. And I'm only saying that because there are people that still believe like people pleasing will eventually make people respect you or make people love you in the way that you hope that they will. And it's not true. Sometimes people please to the point of like being hurt and torn apart because you were trying to be kind. You were trying to accommodate the person. You were trying to, you know, forgive in hopes that it would bring a lot of like peace and harmony to like certain connections. And all it done was like just leave you with like a bitter taste in your mouth when you think about that person, and regrets. So what it is like, it's going to be important for you in this season to stand on business. Stand on business. Make sure that you are following through on what you believe and what's true for you, even when people come up against you, because I feel like your boundaries may be tested in this season. Once again, it just seems like past people you moved away from, people who's checking their phone and waiting to see if you're going to text. Are you really done? Are you going to chase them? Are you going to make things right with them? Like, people who are waiting on you, some people are just waiting in vain, because your no is your no and you meant it. Like, I'm done. When you're done, you're done. So you're starting to find out what you value and what love is to you. With abundance, love, and the silver waterfall, like these are really good cards. Let me pull one more card to see what's coming towards your way. See, paying attention to the signs. If you have a new lover that's in your life, or somebody new that you're talking to, some of you at a distance, they can live at a distance from you. If you allow this person back into your world, or if it's somebody new, you're going to be paying attention to the signs. It's like you don't want to repeat the old cycles of the past. That's what it looks like. You know, like you could be in a place where you're trying to manifest your dream lover. You're in a place where you're really connecting to spirituality to find like peace and to find answers. Like, you are going to be really big on like crystals. Some of you teasing. If you talking to somebody now, you can tease them. Send them certain types of pictures. Like you're trying to attract in love. That's what you're working on. And you can be feeling really, really like trapped in your head. All right. You're going to be thinking a lot. Thinking about your future. Thinking about love. Thinking about life. Thinking about spirituality. You're going to be thinking a lot. And even with paying attention to the signs, some of you can see a lot of number synchronicities, and you're trying to make sense with it. You're trying to see how does this apply to you and what you're going through in your life. Some of you can be spending a lot of time, like at nighttime, you just stay up in your bed and just think on certain people around you, or think about some of the things that you had to go through. You're just in your head and how to avoid it. Like you don't want to be taken for granted anymore. You don't want to go back into the same cycles again, doing the same dances with people. So you're going to be in your head just thinking about it all. Some of you in 2023, you went through a whole intervention of all about like loving yourself and putting yourself first, and knowing that it's not selfish to put yourself first, and being authentic and being true to you and being true to what you want. Some of you activating your spiritual gifts. If you didn't know you had a gift, you probably found out in 2023 that you can have a spiritual gift. So you just being one with yourself and trying to remember who you are and what you're worth. And you had a lot of help in 2023, like help from above, like taking you away from people that didn't have good intentions. And you could have been troubled with that. You could have been trapped in your head. Like, well, why didn't this work out? How come I really, really love this person and this person says they love me, but it didn't work out? Well, then what was the point of me even meeting them if it wasn't going to even go anywhere? You could have been in your head, like really, 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 really hard about like your manifestations and the memories. And this all has to do with like your self-love, your self-respect, your dignity. And that's the transition you went into from 2023 to 2024. It's like you could be a survivor of narcissistic abuse and you're just still trying to stay strong and stand on your morals. It taught you a lot. All right. So you're going to be at a place like Spirit wants you to have like faith, especially when it comes to jobs. Some of you guys can be at a job that you don't even like anymore, you know, and you are really going to be focused on like your heart. What do I really love? What do I really see myself doing for the next 10 years, 5 years? Like you are really trying to hold on to faith when it comes to like your future and money and preparing for your future and money. Some of you could be changing your appearance or just like changing your wardrobe. Yeah, you have to go through a lot of deep healing, like your inner child from like your family. This could have affected your love life. You know, like this could have really affected your love life. Like if you were in a family where you felt overlooked or you felt like your emotional needs weren't met, you had to find a way to like heal yourself and comfort yourself, comfort your inner child, because there were certain needs that you didn't get from your mom and dad that you could have tried to get in your love life, and you could have felt really abandoned by people. You could have felt abandoned by certain lovers, left out in the cold by certain lovers, felt like you couldn't speak up or speak your truth, or you weren't getting your needs met. And I feel like 2023 was all about loving yourself. Some of you are about to get an approved for a loan. All right. Like you will get your money back. Everything is going to be okay. Or some of you can be like paranoid about like your taxes and if you'll get money because you've been spending a lot, and you will get your money back. Everything is going to be okay. Somebody sees themselves being in a power couple with you. If you're in solitude right now, Spirit has you in solitude in order for you to heal your inner child. It just means like you could have been in a space where you felt very like fearful about the future. You felt very like vulnerable when it came to like what's going to happen with my love life or what's going to happen with my finances. You could have been really scared, and you could be in solitude just trying to comfort your inner child and create a plan for yourself. All right. Let me go into your love life real quick. Some of you are really going to be big into like activating your inner goddess if you are a feminine. You're going to be really, really big into like manifestation and looking into the mirror and finding yourself beautiful. If you were a person that would look in the mirror and you would judge yourself and just, you know, oh, I have a bump here. Oh, I don't like the way that my eye looks. Oh, I don't like the way my toe look. You could have been really like critical on yourself, and it could be because you had a critical parent. So you could have adapted to being critical and harsh to your own self. And you're going to notice that when you look in the mirror, you see somebody who's loving. You see somebody who's worthy of love. And there's nothing wrong with you and your flaws and all. You're still lovable. You're still beautiful. You're still very, very handsome. Let me just see what's going on with your love life. All right. Some of you can be trying your best to like free yourself from your ex. You know, you could be trying to keep an open mind, and some of you are trying to like take back your power. You could have been with somebody who was like childish. Either they were childish or they had children. All right. Let me see what else is coming for you in love specifically. Specifically, let's see what's going on. Yeah, you could be trying to free yourself from a connection that you feel like it's just boring. You're getting very, very bored. And you're brokenhearted that things didn't turn out the way that you hoped it would. Because it says hoping and expecting. So let's see what's up with your person. Let's see what's going on with your person. You could have been holding on to a relationship and was like hoping that things would get better. Because you both have so much love for each other. There's a lot of love, but there could be some like unhealed wounds or some unmet needs in this connection that makes you feel like, damn, am I going to have to release them for good? Let me see. Your person feels like they made a huge mistake when it comes to you. Your person could have also like hit rock bottom. They could have like went through a lot of like series of tests back to back to back, like with their family, with their finances. They were going through a lot of big storms behind the scenes that you may not be aware of, or maybe you could be aware of, but it could have interfered with how this person was showing up for you is what I'm just trying to say. What else do they feel? They feel hopeless about you too. So you feel where you feel hopeful, this person feels hopeless. They feel like they made a lot of mistakes and they have a lot of unexpected like trouble that came into their life, a lot of inner turmoil. And you feel broken. Your heart is shattered. This person has lots of like grief and loss, especially if you are not talking to them right now, or you're not speaking as much as you used to. Like if you felt as if this person like made you feel like you were on hold for them, you could be returning the same exact energy to them. I don't know. It's just weird because at the same time, even though I say this, even if you are holding back from this person, even if you are bored with this connection and you feel like it's just not getting anywhere, and every time you try to you know, exert yourself and reach out to this person, you feel like every time you try with them, you just end up broken. Every time you try, you just end up back at the same broken place. So you were hoping that things would get better, but I don't know if you're willing to pour into the connection the way you used to. Now, this person, they could have been like, they wish they were never dishonest with you. They could have been very dishonest with you. They could have been holding back. And now that you're not giving into them the way that you used to, they feel really rejected. They feel left out. They feel hopeless, and they feel like they just made a real big mistake. I want to separate you two. Are you going through a separation? They can even be having anxiety about this connection. Let me see more about this person. See, they were holding secrets from you. If you felt like this person was being secretive, they were being like secretive and mysterious and concealing information from you. And they just feel exhausted. They feel exhausted. Can I tell you why they're exhausted though? They're exhausted because they're not being honest. They're not being honest with themselves, and they damn sure ain't being honest with you. Let me see. What are they? This person, if they could tell you the truth, is like their heart is open. They're looking at the possibilities and there's an offer on the table. Okay, this person could have been very, very defensive when it came to this connection. They could have been closed off. You probably weren't able to get any honesty out of this person. You probably struggled with communication with this person. You probably struggled to like, well, how do you feel about me? You know, this person is not really being like responsive. They regret treating this connection like that only because of where it is now. Because of their actions, it's like, although you may be hoping that things will get better, I just don't see you putting in the same amount of energy that you used to. So what's happening now that you are pulling away from them? Now they're starting to feel hopeless, and now they're starting to sense something switching up inside of you. And this is what's going to like make them want to open their heart. This is what's actually making them look at the possibilities of everything that you two could have. So this is like somebody like, they act cold and detached, but behind the scenes, like they're going nuts about you and they're really like scared. You know, that's what it looks like. Let me see. This person's pride and ego got into the way of this connection. They would tell you that they really were having a really good time with you. Like you give them this emotional high and ecstasy that nobody else can. Another thing too, they feel like they can't even escape you. Like they'll try to shut you out or try not to think about you and they can't help it. Like they're struggling to let you go. See, I have karmic debts that need to be paid before I can come back. This person is just jacking their life up. This person is just messing their life up. That's what it looks like. They screenshot pictures of you. You may feel like this situation has just become too difficult for you to handle. I think that's why you're being very, very like passive about it. You feel like this person, like this situation has just become too much. Like you don't even know what you can do to fix it. That's the biggest thing. Like you tried. Be careful because this person, it shows, I know what I'm doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. So they're trying to keep you confused, but it's just pushing you away. It's just pushing you away. And this person is like disconnected from their emotions. See, I keep secrets from you and I hope you don't find out. Be careful of this person. They are keeping secrets. I just want to know what the secrets are. Clearly, this person's life is falling apart. Let's see another card. So there is some level of like a third party interference. There is a third party interference. All right. You probably have to go really slow when it comes to this person. And Spirit wants you to know it's like, it's time for you to have some fun. It's time for you to laugh. It's time for you to like detach from this connection and just connect back to yourself, connect back to your inner child. Like let some laughter and some love and some happiness in your life. No matter what this person is doing, you shouldn't allow it to like interfere with your life or your relationship with your own self. Because I feel like this person's actions can affect you to the point where you start to feel really like rejected and very, very like sad and depressed and disconnected from your heart, which means like it's hard for you to find happiness. And I don't think Spirit wants that for you at all. So don't, like, that goes back to the message in the beginning. Don't allow the actions of others to make you create a story about yourself and what you are deserving of in love, because somebody can't show up for you the way that they should. Let me see. Yeah, forgiveness brings liberation. See, the biggest thing in this connection is like somebody has unresolved karmic like patterns, or this person has karmic debts that they need to pay. It's like a lot of karma in here. of why your connection can't get off the ground the way that you would want it to be. And with forgiveness, it's like maybe this person wants you to forgive them. I wonder how they think you see them. Let me just ask that quick question. How do they think you see them right now? How do they think you see them? They think you see them as being sneaky. You think that they're sneaky. This is the way they think you're seeing them. They think you see them as like sneaky and very, very independent. It's like you may feel like they focus on themselves a lot, and they can be very, very like cutting with their words. And then one minute it's like they're sneaky, and they know that you see them this way, as like cutting with their words, always focused on themselves, and it's like sneaky, you know, and that you know that they want a new beginning with you. Like, you know that they are very, very passionate about you. That's how they think you see them. And at times you felt as if they were like releasing this connection and holding back. Maybe you could have tried to reach out to them to renew, and they acted as if they didn't want it. They leave you in confusion. This person leaves you in confusion. Let me see. Some of you, if you decide to get rid of this person, you can be going on like dates. If you decide like this is just too exhausting for me, you could be going on dates this week. You could be meeting new people, whether it's like you go out with your friend and you meet new people, or if it's like if you are on a dating app, you're going to be going on a lot of dates to see like what else is out there for you other than this person. And let me give you, it's like Spirit wants you to honor yourself. No matter what they do, honor your own self. Spirit also wants you to know when it comes to your career, you are exactly where you're meant to be right now. And it's like, you know exactly what it is that you want to do. And they want you to take the first steps. Like go through the process. Even if you feel like it's hard, go through the process, because you will overcome that when it comes to work. So suppose you want to build a business on the side, or there's something that you want to do, or some of you want to go back to school. Spirit wants you to take the first step, because you are in truth of what you really want to do. You could just be a little bit fearful. I'm going to do a whole full spread on your person on the extended. And I'll also give you messages about work, other work messages, and messages about your family. But I'm going to do a full spread on your person and the possible outcome between you two. I send you so much love and light.